Hi, it's Alex from laughingplace.com here today with a video review of Godmothered, a Disney Plus original film that premieres Friday, December 4th. Godmothered is about Eleanor, who's played by Jillian Bell. She's a fairy godmother in training, and she essentially lives in like a magical realm, so like another world from Mars. Their world is disappearing. They need humans to believe in magic in order for them to exist, and it's been so long since a fairy godmother even went on a mission that basically the whole program is going to close and they're going to lose their worlds and have to go do something else. And the big threat that's looming for Eleanor, the big stakes is she won't be able to be a fairy godmother and she'll have to go be a tooth fairy. So it's not like the stakes are super high, but it's still kind of fun. Her whole world is very much reminiscent of Enchanted. If you remember the 2007 animation live-action hybrid film starring Amy Adams, she came from a fairy tale world and then came over into our live-action world. And she knew nothing about the real world that we live in. So that's essentially what happens to Eleanor. Now, in an attempt to save her world, she finds the very last letter that a child has written to a fairy godmother from a girl named Mackenzie. The only problem is when she gets to our world, it turns out Mackenzie wrote that letter over 30 years ago. So now she's a mom, she's played by Isla Fisher, and she has two daughters. She no longer has a husband in the picture. Her sister helps her take care of her daughters while she produces news segments for the local news in Philadelphia where the film takes place. So Eleanor is kind of in for a shock when she thought she was coming to help a little girl with her wish fulfillment, and now it's a woman who her life is so busy and chaotic she honestly doesn't know what she wants, which I think a lot of parents watching this film are really going to be able to relate to. Now the newsroom that they work in is a lot of fun. It actually drew for me some of the biggest laughs in the film, particularly from Stephnie Weir. If you remember Mad TV, Stephnie Weir was a great character on that, my favorite of which was Dot. So she plays Barb, the main news anchor, and they have kind of this oppressive boss at this news station, and they're low in the ratings, and so he's always trying to over-sensationalize everything. And so the biggest comedic moments for me came from her trying to heighten the level of uncertainty over things on the news. And so I think you'll really enjoy those moments too. That's where I got the biggest laughs. The trailer for Godmothered came out recently. I actually got to see the film pretty early, so I had already seen it before Disney cut and released a trailer. And I will say, a lot of the Godmother moments between Jillian Bell and Isla Fisher play funnier the way they're edited in the trailer than they do in the film. The film gets by itself on having some really heartfelt moments and a really powerful message. And other than that, I found a lot of the humor from the fairy godmother interacting with a overstressed mom to fall a little flat. That being said, there are still some really fun moments, and I'm a huge animal lover. The family has a dog, but the fairy godmother accidentally turns it into a pig, which is really fun. And also, taking another page out of Enchanted's book, she calls some animals to help with some of the housework, and the one who shows up and is most present is a raccoon. So vermin coming back into the household to do housework, kind of lifted right out of Enchanted. I'm also a big fan of Jane Curtin, and she plays Eleanor's, essentially her teacher, the headmistress of this fairy godmother academy. She's obviously a Saturday Night Live alumni, did the Coneheads. I loved her on Third Rock from the Sun, and even most recently she was on an ABC sitcom this past summer called United We Fall, and she is really good in this film as well. The two kids in the film are really fun as well, and I wouldn't classify Godmothered as a musical, but it does have a musical element. Eleanor can't really sing, and she's aware of that, but she's all about spreading joy and making people happy. And the first thing she finds on the magic box, the TV, is the sound of music, and she falls in love with it. So she repeatedly sings songs from the Sound of Music throughout the film. But also the older daughter, kind of her whole arc, her name's Jane, played by Jillian Shea Spaeder. But her whole arc is that she's very shy. Without the father present, she's kind of lost a lot of her confidence. and the mom, Mackenzie, has not really been able to kind of help her get over that. But she has these dreams to play music. So I'm wearing a Christmas sweater today because Disney is advertising Godmothered as a Christmas film. And I would say it's a film that is set at Christmas time. Christmas does help the story come along because at Christmas time we tend to celebrate and believe in the impossible. And that's really what the story is. So I would say Christmas as a setting works really well for Godmothered. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a Christmas film because Christmas isn't essential to the plot, but kind of the big climax of the film happens during a Philadelphia Christmas celebration. And for any fans of the FX show It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, there's actually 2 alumni from the show in the cast. We have Mary Elizabeth Ellis, who is Charlie's waitress in It's Always Sunny. She is Mackenzie's sister who helps take care of the kids in this. And then Artemis Pebdani, who plays Artemis, Dee's friend in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. She is the camera woman who follows Mackenzie out on all of her assignments as a producer. So that's a lot of fun. There is a little bit of a romance element in the film, and the way they introduce it, you kind of expect it to be more than it is. But like a lot of the recent trends for Disney fairy tales, even though it starts off as, you know, her problems might be solved by having a man in the picture, that's not what the movie is. They don't go down that path. So don't worry about that. It's a really great film. I gave it probably about 4 out of 5 stars for Godmothered. It's cute, it's fun, it's a nice way to celebrate the holidays, and it's perfect for families, especially with wide age gaps, because it really does try to play to a wide variety of comedy. And I'm really excited that Disney Plus, at least for now, has given us a holiday film every year. I know this is only their second Christmas season, but at launch they had Noel, and now we've got Godmothered. So I'd love to see that trend continue, to have a Christmas or holiday movie every season on Disney Plus. Thank you so much for watching this video review. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, you can catch Godmothered on Disney Plus on December 4th. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.